Hello and welcome back everybody to a brand new FTB Infinity Expert Mode video with yours truly. You guys, you're here with me today. Episode 74, thank you so much again for the love and support. I love the comments. I try to reach out to all of you. It's awesome. Great community that we've grown over here, and it makes me so happy. I love it. So a lot of the responses were fantastic from the last episode, and a lot of them were the exact same thing that lots of people said, which is perfectly fine. You guys apparently all thought alike on a couple things. So let's go over that first and foremost. So you were all going, Kryllyk, please do not fill up your AE system with dimlets. Instead, put it in a filing cabinet. Done. Okay, you don't have to worry. I heard you. It's now in a filing cabinet. All right? Now, one of the sad things is, though, is we did not get any Rarity 6 dimlets from that whole batch of like 800 or whatever. So that means we did not get the Dragon World or the Resonant Ender or the UU Matter World. So a little bit sad about that. Wither. Oh. Yeah. So we didn't get the Dragon Dimlet. We didn't get the Nether Iridium or Draconium or any of these type of dimlets here, which is a little bit sad. Now, we did get a couple of the rank 5 ones. Let me find one here. There's one here. So resistance to water breathing. Okay, that's a thing. But we did get a few of these. Sorry, that was the wife texting me. So we did get a few of the Rarity 5 ones. Molten Lead, for example, isn't a bad one. What's this one? Air Infused Stone. Block of Emerald. So we did get blocks of Emerald, which is pretty darn nice, if I do say so myself. So we did get some good ones, but not the ones we were exactly looking for. So that's okay, because I've made a few improvements to our Enderman spawning, and we should start to see more and more dimlets coming through. So sadly, they're not all that common, even with the looting 3 and everything that's on my spikes and everything. They're still not all that common. So what else? I crafted solar panels. Yes, I did. All right, let's get another quantum solar panel. Quantum. Very good. I do have the quantum cores saved up. Boom, there's another one. More power. Or, in this case, I'm just kind of stashing it in there. So right now we have 3, we have 4, we have 5 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we only need 2 more of those quantum solar panels. That's not bad. But you have to also remember each one of those requires a lot of iridium. And let's see, how far away are we? Yeah, each one requires about 500 iridium. So we're about 900 iridium away from finishing up the quantum core solar panels. You know, I was doing a little bit of math on the whole creative energy cell. The resources that go into it give you better power production and storage than the creative energy cell. So I've been mentioning quite a few times, what's my plan for the creative stuff? Well, my plan is, it's a trophy. I will not be using it. Once we craft it, it is going to go in a trophy room that we have to build. Simple as that. But in the meantime, as we can see here, I know a lot of you might be upset by that, just saying, but I think that's what I want to do. It's going to be like a momentous occasion, a momentous thing that we're just going to always know and save. But yeah, so what we're going to do today, we are continually running out of the, whatchamacallit, biomass up here in the reactant dynamos. These guys are all producing at basically 100%, and the biomass is going down. Did we run out of burgers? No. No way. I don't believe it. Did we really? Okay. That's not great. That's not great at all. Holy cow, I didn't think we could do that. Apparently, I'm going to have to fix that. So we will not be using the culinary generators at this point in time. I do not make enough stuff to warrant that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you come here, please. Okay. Good. Good. You just store that, because I'm going to need you for Botania more than I'm going to need you for power generation. I have loads of power gen. That was not worth it at all. So anyways, we are basically pulling out all of the power that we're generating. But as you can see, some of them do turn off from time to time and aren't producing, like these guys down here. Because, you know, they're not getting a ton of biomass. And we don't have a lot of biomass in storage here. It's kind of getting used up almost immediately. We're getting no backlog at all. So I'd like to improve our biomass production so that we could get more of these reactant dynamos, or so that I could augment them up again. Right? I believe we only have level 1 and 2 in here. So getting up to a level 3 would be awesome for power generation as well. So what I think we're going to do is I'm going to pull up all of the tree farm here, and I made 2 more harvesters and the largest upgrades possible, the emerald upgrades. So we're going to go big on this tree farm. Very, very big. I just realized that I do need another upgrade for the planter as well. There you go. Okay. So I'm going to dig up all of this mob farm, take those harvesters, take the planter, and we are going to set up a tree farm elsewhere. Also, I kind of have a new plan for this area. Well, there we have it. It's all gone. Bye-bye, tree farm. You've been with us so long. You even destroyed our base one episode. A lot of people said that they loved that episode, by the way. But no, we're going to move it into the last millennium because we have the technology. And equally, I can show you that I've upgraded. I have 2 Enderman spawners now. And all of the spawners I've upgraded with Wyvern cores. So they're tier 2. Which means we should be spawning a whole bunch more of each of those mobs. Alright? Now, what I'm going to do is, I think just out this way, we're going to set up a beautiful, beautiful mob farm. No, not mob farm, tree farm. Pretty straightforward, kind of like a skyblock type vibe to this episode, if you know what I mean. But we are going to get it done today. So, without further ado, let me get a little bit of resources here so that we can start building based on our already set theme. You know, with the wood planks and the logs along. Shh, quiet, I'm building over here. Mind you, keep giving me nether stars. I support that. Alright, so I'm going to basically, now that we have, unlimited stationary flight. That's the thing. Hi, skeleton. Can you please not shoot at me? Thank you. Can I, thanks. Thanks, buddy. Thank you. Alright. So, now that we basically have creative flight, this is going to be pretty straightforward and easy for us to build. So, let me get a little bit of this done. I think we'll go 3 wide and around, and really just kind of make this all kinds of fancy. Because we can. Simple as that. Might as well. Get a little building going. I also have to confirm the measurements and everything, but it should be pretty good. Let's go like so. So that should be pretty equal. And then we need to set up, so the first harvester, for example, will be right here. Good. All right. So now I should have my precision sledgehammer, and I do. Excellent. I will need it. And I'm going to place in the upgrade for the emerald. And all that I'm going to do is, this will tell me exactly how big we need to go. So we need to build wider. Simple as that. So I'm going to get building all of this stuff around the sides, and then we will reconvene and get this thing set up. Alrighty, so we're back in the base here, and the reason being is I want 2 bedrockium. Yes, indeed. And I want to get a magnum torch for actually out there. I think this will work. It shouldn't affect the spawners or anything like that. So I'm pretty sure that this will function. So we need to get some more torches, of all things. Alright, we can do that. Where is the standard torch recipe? Very good. Let's get another chandelier. Chandeliers are actually really, really useful. Just saying. So regen 2 and health 2 are the potions that we require. Let me first just teleport and get rid of this bedrockium. Down to here. Good. Like so. We'll place those in there so that we're not slowed up. And let's go get the potions, which should be right up here. So instant health 2. Good. And regen 2. Excellent. Oh, that's my wand. Don't lose that, please. Thanks. Okay. So these 2 will work, and these will get us another magnum torch. Nice. Craft away, please. What this should do is this should prevent the mobs from spawning in and around our farm. That's the whole goal there. So let's head on back now. And I haven't got it all built or completed yet. What? How? Hacks, man. Hacks. Hacks. Anyways, so I haven't got it all built yet, but what I'm thinking is we can just kind of place this down, and I want to test it a little bit. So if we place it down there, I want to make sure that we're still spawning mobs either way. And it looks like we are, so that's good. And I'm pretty sure the wither still spawns as well. What it will disable as well is mobs spawning up here, which is good because that's a bit of a problem. But yeah, so now we shouldn't have any problems with mobs spawning out here. So even if I wanted to keep it darker for effect or anything like that, we shouldn't have any problems, which is beautiful. I love it. Alrighty, so there we go. We've built the overall structure. Now we just need to fill in all of the dirt. And as you can see, this is a much, much larger farm than what we were dealing with beforehand. Pretty darn massive, actually. So let's get a few more stacks of dirt from the processor. Good. See how useful that thing is? Love it. So we're just going to keep on going with the dirt. Now right in here, this is where we need to find the center on this set here. Now, what's the best way to do that? Probably just counting it out, hey? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm thinking it's right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's not right there. It should be right here, if I'm not mistaken. So we should have 12 on each side. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. And on this side as well should be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Awesome. Okay, so we found the center point. That is very, very useful. And now we can just kind of carry on through with our dirt, which we're out of again. Crazy stuff. But yeah, so this mob farm is going to be much, much bigger and much, much more useful to us in producing just a ton of saplings for our biomass production and all that kind of stuff. So, without further ado, let's get this thing done. Are we going to run out of dirt, though? I think we are. I don't know if I brought enough. Oh, perfect. Nailed it with 16 left. Woo! Very, very close. All right, so right over here in the middle is where we need to place the planter. All right, so let's see. We'll do this just for identification purposes, that it's going to be right in the middle there. So the planter will be placed in, like so. And this guy, of course, consume stack is off. We're going to give it an emerald upgrade. And that's where all of our stuff is going to go. So we'll fill this all up with dirt, just like so. I had the perfect amount of dirt. Did you see that? Unbelievable. And we are pretty much set with our setup. So without further ado, I'm going to place down the other 4 harvesters, because when you get into a situation here where you have this large of a set, more harvesters is pretty much required, because you need to cut down the trees faster, or else it's just going to backlog on you and it won't be good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the 13th block. Very good. So the 4 harvesters should be able to keep up and produce enough to make this worthwhile, and, you know, continually farm it all at the same time. So we have that all set up now. Now we need to set up power. We need to set up all of those kinds of things. I am going to steal this tesseract right here. I believe we're pretty much done with the builder's wand for right now. I'm going to steal this tesseract, and this guy is going to be our power for all of these things. Now, I haven't decided exactly how I want to power all of this, but I do think that probably one of the best ways to go is to place it somewhere underneath here and just run all of the cables accordingly. So, underneath each one of these, we should see the items that we need. The harvesters. So I'm going to locate all of the harvesters first, and then from there we can identify exactly what all we need. Okay, so I've been thinking about the best way to do this. I had to log out for a little bit. We had to restart and all that kind of stuff, but I've been trying my best to figure out the best possible way to give those harvesters power. And I think the best way to do it is logistics pipes. I looked at Steve's Factory Manager. I looked at a couple other different options. But for what we have, and to keeping it as compact as possible, the best way that I can think of is logistics pipes. With the power, the items, and all that stuff. And then the fluid is pretty straightforward in just basically being one of these on top of every single harvester. That way that's all compact as well. So I think this is ultimately the most optimal way and cleanest way that I can get these guys down. So we have all of those. Those black is for the sludge, based on other things that we've done. And then we have a few different logistics pipes and all the junctions and everything ready to go. So let's jump on down underneath. Hopefully it's not too dark for you all. It should be okay. Now, these trees, I don't know if they're going to grow with their current setup. So we may actually need to get some better lighting in here. Anyways, we will do the, let's see, power junction. Yeah, and the RF power provider right there. Good, that's 10 million, that's that. So that'll drain out the system pretty decently. And actually, you know what? Let's move this guy to, no, you know what? We'll leave it there. That's fine. Lost a little bit of power there. Not a big deal. So all that we're going to do is we're going to need a basic logistic pipe connected to both of those so that we have the power and we're good to go. I should get a plug, or maybe I'll get a few plugs. Holy plutonium, Batman. I did not realize I had that much plutonium. Okay, so we'll get a few plugs here just to be sure. Now, I think we can just go with a supplier right here. Now, I want to cap that off so that we're not supplying to the power junction. We're only supplying to the planter. Now, the supplier to the planter is basically going to be full, and it's going to be saplings, okay? So we're going to keep full amounts of saplings at all times in this supplier, okay? Makes sense? Boom, just like so. Alright, so any saplings that come through the system should end up over here. The next thing that we're going to look at doing, so we need to connect those up. That should be all connected and optimal. And from there, I want to spread out the golden pipes throughout the entire system and all the way to where we need it to go. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy here. Similar to other setups that we've done. We're going to do an MK2 chassis. And of course there's a corner here, so we need to do a basic logistics pipe. Now, of course, in the MK2 chassis, we need to have the TE power supplier. Good. And on this junction right here, we need to have the power transformer. Now, equally on this side, we need to have a power transformer here, or power transportation. We need to have a TE transportation there and a TE transportation there. Awesome. I think I'm short one TE transportation, but that's okay. So all of these should have gotten powered. So this guy here should have power. It does. Great. These require such little amounts of power that using logistics pipes just works quite nicely. Let's see. We'll run this guy all the way over. And this one, because we need to make a turn here, we're going to run into a couple other problems. But that's okay. We'll figure that out. So that's going to have a TE. Good. And let's get our power providers ready to go. So we're going to have a turn here and a turn here, which is a little problematic because each one of those need a power transportation. So I will need to get a few more of those going and operational. So there you go. You saw the power transfer over. And equally for over on the other side, we're going to have the same problems. So I think from here we will go down to like so. No, like that. This we will need a power transfer. This will come out like so. And we will just bring this guy out this way, all the way. I'm going to keep it on this lower level so that we have a few less. You know what? No. You know what? I don't like that. I do not like that in the slightest. So let's do another logistics pipe here. Those little setups are not overly expensive, the power transportation ones. It's the TE ones that are a little bit more expensive. So we'll just do this, just like so. And we'll just run this straight across, and I'll make all the power transportation upgrades that we require. So there we go. Let's do this. That'll be that guy, and of course our MK2. Good. And power that guy. Awesome. So I need to obviously make a few of the power transportation things here to get this to work, but nothing too crazy. Let's get this last one connected up. Good. Take that away. We'll do that. And the last chassis right there. So I need one TE upgrade, and I need how many power transportation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Perfect. A wonderful round number. Love it. Let's quickly zoom on back and get these done. Getting this tree farm set up and operating nicely is something that I'm really looking forward to. So let's get the power. I need one of you. Let's go. And we need the power cards, power transportation for 8. Nice. Pretty straightforward. Pretty easy to make those ones. The TE one should be done right away. We have to craft up the Ferris gears, but luckily we have that auto crafting now, so that's a huge bonus. And that guy should be done right away. Okay, so there is our TE one. Beautiful. Love it. Let's get on upstairs and head on back out to our area. The last millennium, I really do enjoy this little area. It's quite user-friendly. I'm also very much used to void maps. I play a lot of Skyblock and stuff, so hopefully you guys like some of that. So we'll put that guy up. We'll connect it through all of these connections. Boom and boom. That should send it power. Then this guy, same thing. We'll zoom it all over, and that should supply power to that. Okay, so everything should be powered and operational and ready to go. Excellent. I will need to get a chunk loader out here as well, but in the MK2 chassis over here, we're going to supply it and extract it. I have an extractor MK3, so it pulls it out nice and quickly. Now the supplier, actually no, we don't need a supplier, do we? No, we do not. We do not require a supplier at all, just an extractor. That's right. And we are basically going to just extract everything. So I guess I didn't need the MK2s. We probably could have just gone with a standard or a more standard MK1 or even... yeah, but that's fine. No big deal. I forgot that we didn't need the suppliers. So that'll be the extractors. And we have the supplier pipe here, so that should function. The last thing that I want to do is this is going to be our default route. This pipe right here. And that pipe is going to then go into our barrel for our saplings as well as the ender chest. Okay, so the ender chest for the wood and everything is going to go right there. Pretty straightforward. So all wood and all that kind of stuff is going to go into, you know what? Maybe we need like an item filter or something like that instead. Is there a logistics pipe filter? I guess we could filter it out just through the system here. So if that's the default route, that will be for the ender chest. Now for that, we want the default route to only be spruce wood. All right? Okay, good. So this default route is going to have only spruce wood be requested. Boom. So spruce wood should only go into there. So as it comes through the system, spruce wood comes down into the chest. The saplings are being supplied here based on the extraction, and then any extras we will need to set up another route for, another supplier, I'm assuming, for the barrels back at the base. So let's quickly grab that, and then we'll see if we can't get this thing operational. One other thing that we need to deal with is lighting. Now, I'm not positive exactly what we can do here, but I know that immersive engineering has these things called floodlights, and I'm pretty sure they will work quite nicely. So let's give them a try and see what they are capable of. So we have glowstone. We should have stain panels. We can make a few of these. Let's try 4 to begin with, I guess. We need to get all of the copper wires. Okay. Oh, we need treated sticks. We need treated planks. Oh boy, it's been that long since I've done the immersive stuff. Okay, so for that we need the creosote, right? Boom. Okay, good. We do have that set up. Okay, let's get a few of those. You know, and it's not really worth it to autocraft this because we're not really going to use it all that much. So let's get a few of these. 32 might do the job. And we'll get the LV wire. We need 8 per. And I'm making, what, 4? I think it was. So that's 32. 30 and 2. Good. And this guy like so. That should give us 4. Beautiful. And now the floodlight. Boom. 4 as well. Okay, good. Now, I do believe that these require power. So let's get some of the MV wire and some of the MV connectors, just so that we're kind of set up and prepared to distribute power to these things. Now, let's see. I have a few capacitors. Let's grab an MV capacitor as well, just to kind of bridge the gap. We can put away these guys. We're all done with that and that. So let's worry about now the lighting out there so that the trees actually grow. Because one of the biggest problem with the last millennium is everything's dark. So these guys aren't really growing, even though there's power and all that jazz. And I don't want to spam torches and everything in the middle. It's just not a good idea. So let's see if we can't do this. So if we put a floodlight, can you like rearrange that somehow? Or what? Because that's not facing the right way at all. Let's try a few things here. Okay. So this rotates it like that. Okay, good to know. Okay, that's like that. And then, yeah, okay. And then we hit the top to angle it in. Okay, interesting. Very good. And then we could probably direct it down. I'm not sure though. So let's bring it back up with a shift right click. And let's just try and set these guys up and power them and see what kind of coverage we get on the lights themselves. So this guy, we need to bring all the way around. Boom. And then shift right click to bring into the 45-degree angle. Okay. Alright, so I've set up all the lamps, and what I'm thinking we should do is just kind of set up a wire connector here. Now the tesseract is right here, so let's just manipulate this and go to the side over this way. So we're going to connect this directly to the tesseract, and then from there we can come all the way over to, I believe, right here with the wiring. Good. And this is where I'm going to place the MV capacitor. And hopefully I can make this work. No, you know what? Let's bring that down a level. Boom, like so. So instead of it being there like that, we will connect it right into the side of this capacitor. That way we're supplying power to the capacitor, and that's then going to hardwire in all of our other stuff. So we'll set up this like so. I'm not sure if it can go the whole way. No, too far away. Alright, so we will need kind of bridge connectors. So I'll do one here like that. Good. And then this will then zoom up to there. And it's not activating. Do these even need power, or do they just need a lever? I guess I should have checked that first. Okay, let's double check it right now. All 4 levers, just in case. Boom, 4 levers, good. Okay. Okay, so we have the lever. Does it still need power as well? Plus the lever. Okay. These are not getting power. Why? There we go, outputting. Okay, so why is this not working? Very, very intriguing. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Off, on. Come on, work. Work, why don't ya? Maybe the MV power connection is too strong for it or something. Let me figure this out here. Alright, so just as I assumed, it does require the LV connectors instead of the MV. So let's get a few of these up and running. We can put away the MV ones. We do not need the levers anymore. And we're going to need some LV wire coil. Good. Okay. So that should give us more than enough. Now, let's see. Is there a transformer or something like that that I can use? Transformer. To get from NV to HV regular. That's interesting. I'm not sure which one is which. So that, okay, so that goes from an MV to an LV. That's a thing. Okay, let's try it. I haven't tried it yet, so let's give it a try. Boom. Transformer. All right. So this should go from an MV to an LV. So let's get a quick MV wire coil and a connector just in case we need it. Let's jump on back and see what we can do here. I really want this is kind of fun. This is new to me, and these flood lamps are kind of neat. I'm kind of digging it. So let's just set this guy up right beside here. Maybe that's not the best spot. Maybe we will set it a block over or something from there. Let's just grab this temporarily. So we'll set it up basically right here. Okay, that should do the job. No, that won't do the job at all. It is currently in the other block. Okay, so we need it to be over and down one. Okay, so let's go over and down one. And boom, there we go. Now we're talking business. Now which one's which? I do not know. So let's connect it with the MV first. Why can I not connect it? It's obstructed. Okay, let's try moving it like this onto the top. Connection is obstructed. Why? I'm confused. Because I don't believe we can just run straight LV off of this. I guess the other option is, you know what, let's turf the whole capacitor idea and let's just run LV directly off of the Tesseract. Okay, so LV off the Tesseract, just like so, and we'll run this now. Okay, so you literally do need the LV wire, and you just connect it directly into the flood lamp. So pretty darn nice. Not bad at all. Now I'm going to disconnect it for a quick sec because I'm not a huge fan of where I did connect it. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to dim over time or what, or if it's just going to keep, there we go. It did dim, okay. So it does have some sort of an internal buffer, which is really good to know. Oh, apparently that's the thing. You can only put it in on the one side. I want it to be over here. Okay, well that's a thing. Now, why isn't it working? So the weird thing is, when I update it, then it works. I don't get it. So I kind of have to update it every time to make it function properly, which is a little bit annoying, but not a huge deal overall. So other than that, we're going to wire up the rest of these, like so. And see, that one was fine. It might have just been that area. But as you can see, they do light up a large area, and we should be basically lighting up the entire section that we need to. There's a little bit behind there, but the Magnum torch will handle that. But all of these trees will now be lit up properly, which is perfect and exactly what I wanted to see. So I'm going to run the wires to the rest of these. The cool thing about these is you can then use these as a connection point. So we can just keep on going from one flood lamp to the next, which is, in my opinion, kind of cool. So I'm going to run all of this, and from there, we should be nice and fully lit. And beautiful. Look at that. Love it. And we're already getting trees. Excellent. Okay, so I don't really know how it happened, considering they're only supposed to harvest what's in front of them, but we lost all of the wood all the way around here. It's an interesting development. Their zone of area is only in the middle, so I'm not too sure. Anyways, I'm just going to put down this world anchor right now because we can, and this will keep us loaded at all times. There we go. Get a nice full thing. Now, one of the things that I've been noticing is all of our saplings have been going back to the main base. They are not going into this planter. So I may need to change this. Oh, well, I do need to change this out for something else. We need to implement in a different item here. So we might need a chassis or like an item sink maybe. And that should hopefully solve our problems there. But yeah, as for the wood, I don't know. Like the trees should grow tall enough that it doesn't impact that. Anyways, not a huge deal. Maybe we'll need to come up with a different railing design for this section. So if you guys have any ideas for that, we're already well past due on this episode. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, all that awesome stuff that you guys usually do. And we will carry on from there. Anyways, that's it for me. Have a fantastic episode. Hopefully you like the new tree farm. I know I do. Some of you guys may be like, you just moved to tree farm. But, I mean, it is what it is. So, yeah, I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye for now. See ya.